Na sisi kama wakaaji wa eneo hii kutembelewa na makamu wa rais sio kitu we just take for granted. Leo hii tuko hapa na tumekuja na mambo mengi. Mimi kama mbunge wa eneo hii about 3-4 weeks ago makamu wa rais aliniita na akaniuliza swali moja, kwa sababu amesikia tumekuwa tukiteta hii maneno ya barabara na mambo kama hayo. Akaniashia one thing, contractor ule alikuwa hii barabara ya kutoka Tumaini mwisho wa rami kutoka kwa DC kwenda Kabas, akanihakikishia atarudi kwa ground, na akaniambia yeye mwenyewe vile ameongea na rais atakuja ajionee na macho yake huyo contractor ako ground. Vile aliniambia hivyo nikamwambia.
Alright, hello there people of the internet. My name is Uduwejegero and I hope that my sound is there. Is my sound there? Is my sound there, brother? Brother, is my sound there? You need to check online. People of the internet, I want to welcome you to our weekend edition, and we are starting with the bad news. We have an MP that has left us. So we are going to say condolences to the family of the All Kalau MP David Kiaraho. He dies at Nairobi Hospital. The Speaker of the National Assembly, Mr. Moses Wetangula, confirmed the death of the three-term legislature, the late Honorable David Njuguna. MP passed away today, Sunday the 29th, 2026, around 20 minutes past 1 a.m. while undergoing treatment at the Nairobi Hospital. The Nairobi Hospital, if you remember, is the hospital that's been having a lot of problems lately with the government ikiingilia kati. So our condolences to the family. We hope that during this time of mourning, they will be all right. We have obviously other news, and we are continuing to send our condolences to the family of the people that perished in a road accident around Mount Kenya, Nyeri.
15
people
died. And I think, yes, we should be very sympathetic to the family of the 15 members.
Yeah.
More than the MP who died.
More than
David Njuguna Kiaraho.
Yeah. I think death is death. So whenever somebody loses a family, we have to condole with the family. At the end of the day, they are all human beings, and we love them very much. So, how are you doing, mister?
I'm doing great.
Okay.
We've started the show with a very tragic news. 15 people dying. That is very tragic. Especially people who were in one vehicle. But we've also seen that an MP has perished today. But he did not die in Kenya.
He died at Nairobi Hospital. That's what they're saying.
No, they're saying he died in India. Where did Njuguna die?
I mean, I also read that he died in India. But but other people are saying that he died in Nairobi Hospital, at the Nairobi Hospital. So I'm not sure who is telling the truth. I saw it in India.
Yeah, somebody is saying India, another person is saying he died at Nairobi Hospital.
Yeah.
It is not clear where he died or perished.
It is not clear
but
where he...
there are reports that are saying that he died in Nairobi Hospital, the same hospital that the president is trying to grab.
The president is trying to grab. No, the president is not grabbing anything. I like your suit, brother. The Njonjo. That is the Njonjo suit, right?
Yes.
And the specs, are they for the girls or are they for your eyes?
No. What do you mean for the girls?
Tuambie tu kweli. Watu wameingia hapa kabisa.
These are not my eye prescription lenses.
Yeah.
These are sunglasses.
These are sunglasses, but there is no sun.
Not dark shade sunglasses.
Not dark shades.
Yes.
Okay. We have already 221 people watching us live. I want to welcome some of them to the live. You're looking really sharp, brother. Yay, leo nimefika mapema, ready to hear today's deliberations. That is Ngendo Mukiha. I hope I did not butcher that name of yours. The Craig is saying, Jagero, what took you so long today? My friends, we were trying. What took us so long is that we were trying to add the voices of the people to the system so that they can play in the system rather than us playing, from the phone. But it took us so long. We were trying to do it and it's not working. And so we decided that people, because what is going on today is that there is Sifuna today. Sifuna was at Totonoka Grounds today. We thought that the government is going to be on their way, but apparently the government let them do their thing. So that's a good thing. The reason why we were taking long was that we were trying to get the voices of the people that were calling us. We had Godana calling me from Isiolo, and then I had someone else who I have Diambo calling from Kisumu, and then I also had Mundalo calling from somewhere around Nairobi. I don't know where he was today, and also we have we have Ongoya calling from the University of Nairobi today. So we have those voices. We were trying to put them so that we can listen to them, but we were not able to do it. So I will play them from my phone, hoping that you guys can hear. And I hope that our voices are very clear. Somebody is saying that this needs to Diambo. We bwana, wewe ndugu unatuambia nini?
You're very... I've seen Obunga. Somebody is already commenting about Obunga.
What is he saying about Obunga?
He's just saying Obunga.
By the way, Obunga is very related to the former head teacher of Thudiboro Secondary School. People are saying very well. So that is what took us long, Mr. Craig. But still on time, though. Mr. Agutu is saying, tuned in today. Thank you very much. And welcome to the program. We are going to be talking about Sifuna and the way forward. Having seen what happened at the SDC, right?
Yes.
SDC, and then what happened at the SDC, of course, was at the grounds of Jamhuri, and then we had a Fungamano House where the Linda Wananchi. Yes, the parallel party was happening there. So we have Ratengo is saying, good evening, people of the internet. Good evening, Jagero, watching from Nakuru, Kenya. Thank you very much, people of Nakuru. We welcome you to the program. This needs Odhiambo. Craig is saying this needs Odhiambo. I wonder, Sifuna has gone into political refrigerator. Oh, that's what needs Odhiambo. No.
Because Odhiambo is not a fan of Sifuna.
Soita Jackson getting you from diaspora. I want to sponsor this show so that you can promote Linda Wananchi Group. Come on, Jagero. Ini watu wamekuja na pesa ya Ruto. Hatakubali kamwe. Anasema ako diaspora lakini akotoa panandi.
They must tell us who are they first.
You tell us you're just here in Nandi, brother. Soita. But Soita, you're welcome actually to join and support us. You can always send us money. Today, I am the early bird, Mr. Han Mavin. Thank you very much. Jay is saying one time. Hey, okay. Catherine is saying, Leo mimefika on time, Jameni. Jagero, what's the schedule for these lives? The live is going on at 7:30, but there is a Catholic prayer. Do you know that Catholic prayer? It goes really well in Luo. There were they come up party go leswa tonike nyosrok bormar pain wutotamoa. Can I translate?
Translate
so,
for me.
The Catholics demand that whenever there is a gathering, there has to be a priest amongst you.
Okay.
But they later realized that because of the old and the children and the pregnant women, they do not have to go so far to go look for the priest. So they dictate that if you are in a gathering where there is no priest, there is a prayer that you must start with.
Okay.
And the prayer loosely translates, we would have gone to the altar where the priest is.
Yes.
But because of our limbs and because of our pregnancies and because of our inabilities,
I now understand it.
we gather here before the Lord. So that's the thing. So that is the reason why we did not start on time. I want to just welcome a few other people. Irene Ododa is saying tune in from Kajiado County, Kiserian. Thank you very much. Joash is saying good evening, fellow political animals, following from Bujumbura, Burundi. I hope that life is taking you well there on the border of Congo and Rwanda. Okay, Daniel Wangai tuned in from Mombasa County. Thank you very much. Haida is saying, evening, people of the internet. Haida, Bwana, there is a promise you gave me. I need you to send me a message, tafadhali. Okay, Haida Jirongo is saying sound is there. Thank you very much. Live from Doha, Qatar. I hope the bombs are not falling as much as Iran would make us believe. Okay. We have Mr. Henry. Sifuna has inherited Baba's underground machinery and loyal root soldiers in Mombasa. Not a single prominent Mombasa leader attended the rally, yet it was a resounding success. True power lies with the people, I tend to believe. Craig, I've already talked about you. Alan, Sifuna ndiye simba wetu na sahi sisi watu wa Western. In Sifuna we trust, whether Jaluo will support us or not, despite us supporting them since time immemorial. I'm not a Luo, my friend. You talk to this other gentleman. He is the Luo in the house. I'm not a Luo. I don't consider myself. Okay, he died in India. People are saying, nice suits, brothers. I said that, it's always good.
You look good.
Yeah, that Njonjo suit. Where did you buy it from, Gekomba?
In fact, this suit is, it is not too expensive.
It is not too expensive.
But it is affordable for a advocate trainee.
For an advocate trainee. Thank you very much. Okay, Simone is saying locked up. People have come very much. People of the internet, we had Mombasa today, and that is what we are going to be talking about for as long as it takes. And one of the things that we are going to do today, people of the internet, is to listen to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we need to listen to you. Get out your keyboard, type what you want. If you send me a voice note, we might play it, but sijui tutaona aje kwa sababu inaweza kuwa matusi. Sijui aje.
The problem with sending voice notes is that you cannot verify, first of all, what this person is sending.
You cannot verify.
Yes.
Ama tuende tuseme tu kaende. Okay. So I think it is very important to be very respectful to people. I don't think we want to be very tribalistic in the things that we discuss. We don't want to be sexist in the things that we say. We don't want to say things that will make others say that hapo kwa Jageru ni kutusiana tu. So, but we want to hear from you. I had a very long message from Mr. But we first of all need to play. I don't know whether who do we start with? Do we start with Sifuna? Yeah, let's start with Sifuna. People of the internet, let us listen to Sifuna, what he had to say in Mombasa.
Tumevumilia ahadi zisizotekelezwa. Tumevumilia ufisadi iliyonyonya damu na jasho la mnyonge. Tumevumilia sana vijana wetu wakikosa ajira. Na ndiyo maana siku ya leo tunasema tumechoka. Tumechoka kuona mama ambaye anaamka asubuhi, mama mboga anaenda marikiti, mama mboga anaenda pale kwa soko, anaenda kuuza bidhaa, lakini anarudi jioni. Mama mboga anaenda Kongowea, lakini anarudi jioni bila chakula. Tumechoka kuona vijana wetu wakituangalia, wakiamka asubuhi mapema bila kazi. Tumechoka kuona wazee wetu wakiamka asubuhi wakiuza madafu, lakini hakuna pesa. Tumechoka kuona wamama wetu kama hawawezi lipa school fee. Tumechoka kuona wanafunzi wa vyuo vikuu kila siku wakingoja help na help haitoki. Tumechoka kuona wanafunzi wetu wakiwekwa kwa banding system, lakini hawana hela hata kidogo. Na tumechoka zaidi kuona yule mama anaamka asubuhi kwenye jua, kwenye mvua.
All right, so those are the words of Sifuna. I ask the audience now to tell us what they think about Sifuna's speech and about Babu's speech. So those I think are the leading speeches that we had today. There is a lot of things that Osotsi was saying, and Orango was also talking about Baba being given a fake certificate and so on and so forth. I didn't understand that correctly, and probably people of the internet, you heard what he was saying, and I want you to help me understand what exactly is Orango trying to say. Because Orango has been trying to say that Raila Odinga was murdered, Raila Odinga was assassinated, Raila Odinga was given a fake certificate, Raila Odinga was this, Raila Odinga was that, Ruto this, Ruto that. So I don't understand, but please help us understand, because I want to ask Adrian what he thinks about what happened in Mombasa today. You are not very happy when you heard this gentleman, the two, Mr. Babu Owino and Mr. Sifuna, talking at the Ofungamano house, and you claim that you think that they are losing a lot of time and
yes,
they're not giving us a way forward. What do you think?
First of all, I watched the Tononoka Mombasa rally in anticipation today, because I thought Sifuna would breathe some new sentiments for Linda Mananchi.
Yeah.
But once again, I was disappointed by Sifuna's rally in Mombasa. Not because of the numbers, we are used to the huge numbers, but because, like I said, Sifuna made almost 3 statements, and all these statements concerned ODM. Sifuna said that he's still the Secretary General of ODM and made a pronouncement about that. Sifuna also stated that ODM is a party that no one can be chased out of. So what is happening? Sifuna is still carrying the rhetoric of holding on to ODM once again. And the only reason we were talking about ODM in the first place was because we accused them that they did not follow the lawful procedure of electing the party leader, the Secretary General, and the 2 deputy party leaders. But they already did it about 2 or 3 days ago. So why is Sifuna still dragging this issue about ODM? And when we called Abby yesterday, she said that there's still a faction of ODM supporters. And we cannot leave this special faction of ODM supporters to let go. That we have to fight for a space for them. But who told you that we as the young people, or even that faction of ODM, because I'm also a person who comes from Nyanza region, who told you that we still need ODM as a party? Those are the critical questions that we are asking. So I'm disappointed by the fact that Sifuna is still dragging this rhetoric of still staying in ODM. And people are tired of it, genuinely tired of it. Not even just the supporters of Sifuna, but also people who don't support Sifuna. Why are you still dragging the party? I was impressed by the speech of Honorable Babu Owino. That was a marvelous speech. Because at first it focused on issue-based things. he talked about most of the promises that Ruto promised the people of Mombasa or the people of Coast. And at the center of it, we know that Coast has been a region that has been troubled with land issues and title registration. And Ruto heavily campaigned on the issue of marginalization of the people of Coast when it comes to land registration. So Babu touched on it so well. He talked about it. He explained how Ruto has promised so many things to the people of the coastal region, but it has not happened. Secondly, Babu also came out so well and talked about voter registration. In fact, he asked the crowd, Mukokadi. He asked everyone that for us to change Kenya, we have to pick our votes. So the sentiments of Babu were perfectly well drawn. At no point did I hear Babu talk about ODM. In fact, that is the difference at this new rally. Sifuna dragged ODM as he used to do. But Babu did not touch on ODM. What he touched on was the issue of voter registration, the fake promises of the president, and what we need for the liberation of our country. Orango is now becoming my favorite person when it comes to Linda Mananchi.
Okay.
Because he speaks what I want to hear from him. So Orango again has alluded to the fact that President Ruto is not someone to be trusted. And he also hinted the issue of about Baba and how Baba has been given fake checks and how Baba had been given fake promises by President William Ruto in order to cool down the Gen Zs. So Orango is coming out so well when it comes to putting out a revolutionary sentiments and as to how we are not supposed to be supporting this government.
Yeah.
He has also stated a very critical, important thing. He has stated that in 2027, Ruto will not steal the voters of Kenyans. He has said that we should prepare ourselves to vote massively so that Ruto does not steal the voter election. So I loved the sentiments of Honorable Orango. I loved the sentiments of Honorable Babu. I was just disappointed by Sifuna keeping on dragging the issue of ODM. We are tired of him talking about ODM. At least let him charter another new way so that he can tell us how we are supposed to proceed. Yeah. The only good thing that I took away from Sifuna was the fact that he called for people to register with the Linda Mwananchi website.
Okay.
At one particular point. That was the best thing because that is where we start from. We're having a website whereby we are registering people for the movement and we're mobilizing and analyzing how many people can we gather for donations, for party restructuring, and all these critical, important things.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I loved when he touched on. He said and told the people, log into Linda Mwananchi website and register. Because there has been concern that we still don't have the rightful numbers with Linda Mwananchi movement. According to the website, we only registered about 25,000 people at first. Or maybe because it's not popularized, we need a huge number. Abiy has also stated that, we need 1 million people to register with the movement so that we can charter a way forward. Maybe so that we can make a pronouncement on the issue of president, a pronouncement on the issue of a party structure, a pronouncement on how we are going to be recruiting people to vie under this particular structure. So that was the bitsy tiny that I loved with Sifuna. But when it comes to the issue of ODM, I'm tired. Whenever Sifuna talks about ODM, the first thing I do is I block my ears for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's becoming what is the word?
Tiring.
It's becoming tiring. It's becoming there is a word in law, but I'm forgetting about it.
Yeah.
It's becoming so tiring and very boring
to
hear about ODM all the time from Sifuna. It's no longer as exciting as possible.
Yeah.
What we have to do is we have to accept that ODM is a dead party, and unfortunately it might have died with Raila Odinga.
Why is it that I'm still having this niggling feeling that Sifuna and co still want to take over ODM and run with it? But before you answer that, somebody is saying, Malachi Odhiambo is saying, good evening, people of the internet. Thank you very much for coming in. Evelyn is saying, watching from Kiambu to Nanoka was hot. Jagero tuned in from Imara Club. What do you mean refrigerator? We said refrigerator because one of the callers that we are going to play today said that Sifuna is getting into a political refrigerator. And if we are doing a thumbnail, we can't gather everything and put in a thumbnail. So sometimes we pick something that is going to bring you into the live. So get used to that. Haida is saying the team is effectively keeping their party. I want us to play Orango, but one moment as I invite other people that are coming in, I want to give as many shout-outs to people as possible. Hi, good people watching from Bihiga, and this is David. Pope is saying, Jagero, usivai zile suspenders zako tena. You are looking sharp today. Wewe. Wetangula bound that he died at TNH. TNH is where? The Nairobi hospital, I believe. Yeah.
Let me read this comment.
Okay.
This podcast has been so good until you're bringing this tribal guy who has been hating Sifuna. The guy is so personal. I'm not personal. Most of these people don't know that.
Yeah.
I plan for Linda Mananchi.
Yeah.
The one in Kitengela. I was at the committee together with the Free Kenya and Bomb Jagi.
Yeah.
People who were organizing there.
Yeah.
The one that we also did in Nairobi.
Okay.
Same.
You are part of it.
We were part of the planners.
What happened going forward? Did they kick you out?
No, they did not. No, I have school. That is the problem. So I might not be available. So this person thinks that I do not have anything personal with Sifuna.
Yeah.
I know them personally, even including Babu himself. Those are the people who will give me a job in 2 years' time.
Yeah.
So my point is,
Yeah.
we want a new structure. That is the thing. In fact, that is the only way we would also survive as people who are trying to campaign for these people. The moment you have a new party, we are able to be getting tickets.
Yeah, Stephen is saying none of Sifuna's team going is for national position. They will soon scatter back to their constituencies to struggle with getting votes. Sifuna might find an easy time, but Babu will be in trouble. Okay, Malachi is saying kwa mapenzi ya Mwenyezi Mungu. Oh, that's the Catholic prayer. All right. Where is Otis? Otis is in Kisumu. He was in Uganda, but now he's in Kisumu. He'll be back in Nairobi on Wednesday. Jagero Adrandian, I have a question. As the legacy politicians cliche is being thrown around, Rigiji, a legacy politician, if not or yes, please expound. Thank you very much. I think we will talk about that later on. People of the internet sounds arrogant. I don't know whether it is me or somebody else that is sounding arrogant. I think they are taking over ODM strongholds first before forming their own party. I think that's what is happening. The only way Sifuna will remain credible is ring in a third force. If he joins the united opposition, hakuna kitu atatuambia. That is Martha. Wafula is saying we are with Sifuna. Okay. Wafula is saying we are with Sifuna. Owino is saying Musingo Gigi following from Gaborone, Botswana. Thank you very much. Get us some gold from there. Josh is saying good evening, watching from Sweden. One term for sure. Simon Hiobei Mbaya. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay. All right. So let's play Orango then, and then we'll be talking about. We got our.
Ruto alimpatia Raila cheki ya bandia. Ruto alipatia Raila cheki ya bandia. Ameweka sahihi na Raila kwa 10-point agenda. Na Raila akasema lazima utimize haya masharti 10 kabla hatujaongea mambo ya coalition. Lakini Ruto akampatia Raila cheki bandia. Na baada ya kufanya hivyo, Ruto akampeleka Raila mpaka Bondo. Akampeleka mpaka Bondo. Raila angekuwa president. Nani alisimama na Raila kuwa president? Ni nani? Nani aliiba kura ya Raila? Nani aiba kura ya Raila? Na unaweza kuona kichwa timamu. Yule mtu aliiba kura ya Raila. Atuna ukae na yeye chini. Ati unaandika agreement. Mmekataa. Ruto amefanya ni kuua chama cha ODM. Ameua majaua. Sasa unaona watu wetu wengi wanapatiwa peremende na Ruto. Wana ODM wanaingia kwa Ruto. Lakini tunasema wanaweza kuwa na chama, lakini jeshi Raila Amolo Odinga bado iko imara. Wangapi wamesema jeshi Raila iko imara? Nione. Katika hii cheki ambao waliweka sahihi.
Yes, that was Orango. We're going to get the sentiments of other people watching us here. And we're going to listen in from a student leader from the University of Nairobi. and also amongst the youth leaders for Sifuna Party, together with Willis Otieno. His name is Ongoya Fidel.
Ongoya Fidel, yes. Let's play.
Let's listen in him.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Ongoya.
Good evening, Odur Jagero. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. This is political headache, political desk. I saw you in Kitengela. I don't know whether you went to Narok. I don't know whether, and I believe you've been following Sifuna, and you like what he's doing. I want to get your opinion as a Gen Z about what is going on now. Are you happy with the messaging, or how happy are you with what went down in Mombasa today? Are your expectations met?
No, let me start with Kitengela. We all agreed that it was wrong for ODM to remove Sifuna from the SG seat.
Okay.
And we agreed well with him that Ruto must go. And that is where Kitengela was at the moment. But moving forward, there must have been an engagement once how we transition into ensuring that this does not become a one-time sloganeering platform. And you'll also realize that subsequent to the Kitengela event where we go to Narok and Kakamega and now Mombasa, we do not have a clear agenda that they are perpetuating. It is just crying that I've been removed from ODM and I cannot be part of this team. So there is no agenda we are selling other than bringing in a large crowd and shouting there what I would rather call populism. So my intentions with Sifuna have not been met. I'll give him 2/10 in his engagement, and I really believe that with the trajectory Sifuna is going, he's directing himself into a political refrigerator, and he'll soon face the wrath together with the team. Yes.
Okay, so what did you expect them to do? Especially, let's start with Ufungamano. What did you want to hear? What did you want to hear in Mombasa?
No, let me start with after Narok.
Okay.
We are supposed to have a clear agenda. Everybody agrees that the government has performed dismally and scored an E towards delivering whatever they had in the better plan for the citizens. So, given that you do not want the government, it goes beyond just sloganeering. We now require you to tell us that the government has not done this, but as person X or Sifuna, I think that I can do A, B, C, D towards bringing an agenda. It is something that Sifuna has failed to do. The president on the other side is telling us, however bad the things he has done, given the corruption index, he's telling us I've done A, B, C, D. So Sifuna, where are you coming in this? That is where we are not agreeing with Sifuna, because we are ending up sloganeering such a way that when you ask Sifuna what you are going to do, Sifuna will tell you that I will first remove Ruto first and then tell you what I'm going to do. It doesn't add up. Yeah, so there must be Sifuna is not different from Ruto. Ruto came in with hefty slogans. Whatever we have with Sifuna now is Mimi Ndio Sifuna. It can never be Mimi Ndio Sifuna. You cannot go to the public if you know you do not have an agenda. Sifuna declined the red carpet, which necessitated that he should have thought quickly with the legal minds he has, the friends in different fields and disciplines, to ensure that he comes up with an agenda that is meant to give hope. He already has an identity. How is he bringing in the emotions to ensure that he sticks with this youth? Because these people will run away from him. The same people Sifuna have are the same people who are with Omtata, shifted to Maraga, shifted to Matiang'i. They are now with him, and in the next 2 months we'll have another person cropping up, and they leave Sifuna for him, and that is how Sifuna will go into political oblivion.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ngoy. It was nice talking to you. I hope you are keeping well. Goodbye for now.
Thank you, Mr. Jagero. I hope to see you soon at the studios.
Yeah.
All right, so that is that. We want to play from Mundalo. Was a very long call, but I think that I want to go to Isiolo. There is a gentleman it's called Abdul Haleem Godana.
Okay.
And I had a call with him earlier on today. Let's listen from him.
Okay, let's listen.
Hello.
Mr. Kodana.
Yes, Mr. Jagero.
I saw your message.
Yes, my brother.
That is fine, but I want to. I am having a show in the evening.
Yes.
And I'm collecting the views of Gen Z.
Yes.
On Sifuna.
Yes.
What do you think, since Sifuna started amassing a lot of people and Gen Z following him,
Yes.
starting with Kitengela and everything he has done, do you think that he's still on the right path? What do you think it has changed? Having listened to him at the, what is it called, the Ufungamano Hall, and now today in Mombasa, what do you think?
Well, I can give you two things, my brother Jagero.
Okay.
One, I'll tell you, it's for political substance, Sifuna is doing really well as an individual.
Okay.
But there are two things that are not playing with him on his side. Unajua, there's something about him. I don't know why anakwama sana ODM. You know, you're staying somewhere that people literally don't want you. So we are trying to look at it in a way that, why are you forcing yourself in an outfit that you're not wanted? Why don't you go out of that outfit, form your own outfit, and contest for something greater? Because we don't understand why he has to force himself to ODM. Because the fact that he's forcing himself to ODM shows us that he needs ODM to survive in his political mileage. And secondly, people look at him as someone, as an alternative to the regime of the day, as opposed to the other team of the Tumbocrats, I'd say, the ones we've seen who usually change sides when it comes to whenever things are not good on their end. Well, he has an upper hand when it comes to them. But when people look at him as a national figure, he hasn't reached that potential yet to.
Okay, so what did you expect him to say in Mombasa today to the people that were listening to him?
What I would want him to say to us is he's charting a new path for his own self. We would want him to charter a new path away from ODM. We wouldn't want him to stay in one party. The fact that he's staying in ODM shows that he really needs ODM to survive. And the fact that he's trying to show us that every day he's losing a lot of numbers because he's showing people he needs ODM to survive. And the more he's showing people that, watu wanaona, huyu kama anahitaji ODM kubaki, why don't we stay in ODM since ODM ndo anataka kusurvive nayo? I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Yes, I get what you're saying. I have a very little time. There are so many people that want to speak.
Yes.
So I will let you go for now. Thank you very much.
So those are the people that are speaking. A lot of people are talking here and saying that probably those are biased people that do not actually love Sifuna. As a matter of fact, somebody might say that they belong to the government. So I see a lot of people saying a lot of things here. Just pin for Gava and Uburu, Vaini yellow to Yoni.
There is one who has said here. Where is that funny comment?
Yeah. What the F? These guys are biased. Hata sisi mtupigie. Being a student leader doesn't mean you are politically inclined. Okay, that is fine. Wood Muhuru, that is very good. I would like to hear what you have to say.
Here's the comment from Dennis.
Okay.
Dennis is saying Jagero chini ni kinyasa na sandals. Juu ni government blazer.
Vana wanaita government blazer. I don't understand. Because of this, what is this thing called? Pin.
The lapel.
Okay. The agenda for Ruto is to come back. The United Opposition, so this is IOM Studios is saying the agenda for Ruto is to come back. The United Opposition agenda is one term, and Sifuna team agenda is the preamble, and telling us what Ruto hasn't done. Jimo Mbati is saying Sifuna is doing good. You people forget Sifuna started Linda not so long ago. Today they hinted at forming a party. Okay, Joshua is saying that student leader is so shallow in matters politics. I don't think he's really shallow. I think he's
shallow.
Yeah,
he's not making an analysis. He's making an opinion.
Yeah,
especially as most student leaders are very critical in any political youth movement. He's a Gen Z, so he's giving his opinion on how he feels as part of that movement. Not any critical analysis or any expert advice or any.
But what would be a critical analysis? What is a critical analysis? And what is the difference between a critical analysis and an opinion?
An opinion is very different. An opinion is based on it wouldn't
your feelings.
It's based on your feeling. It wouldn't be as factual as possible. Sometimes when
so what are the facts?
So definitely number one.
Okay.
Aside from how I also give my opinions, I always say I give my opinions, as a young Gen Zs or as someone who's idealistic about the change in Kenya.
Yeah.
But if you were to look according to the political strategies that we are having, Sifuna might be doing a great job in some sense.
Okay.
Number one, you do not have to force Sifuna to rush in and tell you that I will become the president of Kenya today. How many? 1.5 years before even the general election itself. Sifuna does not also have to wake up and say we are having this particular party itself.
Okay.
It has to be
because
done.
they might not also have that party.
They might not have that party.
And I talked to ORPP, by the way, yesterday when we were invited to the Netherlands Institute of Democracy. I think it's called NIMD.
Yes.
And they were telling us that the time is running out for anybody that wants to form a political party. Because if it reaches November, before the certificate is given to you, then that will only happen after the elections.
But we also have so many options.
Yeah.
We are not just talking about registering a new party.
Yeah.
In fact, the best way that most new leaders have imagined in Kenya is through purchasing or joining an existent party. Exactly, purchasing. In fact, that is what happened to a party like UDA, for most people who do not remember.
Yeah.
Also, Ruto did not have a party for quite a long time before the 2022 general election. In fact, it was about a year to the election that most of us knew about the yellow and the colorful UDA.
Yeah.
It was purchased from someone.
Okay.
So it has to be strategic also with Sifuna. Number one, the government will at all times try to derail you when it comes to trying to form a structure for your movement, particularly with parties. Because parties are entities that are highly regulated with the Political Parties Act. And there is a sense of bureaucracy that is needed whenever you are registering one of it. So they have a way of trying to interfere with it. So the best thing that Sifuna can do is to keep people in a limbo. Of course, they might not be very comfortable about it. Yes?
Okay.
But it can be strategic on making sure that they arrive at where they're going. Number one, he can make a silent move, approach any good political party that might be in place, and make an offer of trying to buy the party, but not reveal it to the general public, because that alone can also be hindered.
Yeah.
So that.
But I don't think that is neither here nor there, because the government will always know whatever they're doing. Whether they reveal it to the people, the government will always know.
Of course,
what they're doing. Because I think that Babu Owino is in the radar of the government. Sifuna is in the radar of the government. There are some things that they are doing on, because I think the government can even get into your WhatsApp.
Yes.
I think they're doing this on Signal and things like that. But I think that is neither here nor there. I think that Jagero, those boys of yours should know that the common Mwananchi on the ground doesn't understand what they are saying. What Sifuna is doing is what they know. So what are you saying, Mr. Alan? I would appreciate that also when people are telling us what is wrong with those boys, because at the end of the day, that is also your opinion. When somebody at the university is also talking, they should be listened to. Probably we should go to the long call that we had with a real political pundit.
A government apologist.
Mr. Mundalo. Mr. Mundalo is not a government apologist.
Mundalo is a government apologist.
Mundalo is a government apologist. But he's also a Bukusu, and he loves Sifuna, and he has told me that several times.
No, he cannot love Sifuna and also praise Ruto. That is very contradictory.
Oh, is that so?
Yes.
You can't love two people at the same time?
No, Jagiro, don't make that analogy.
You can't?
The principles of standing with Sifuna is that we are against who? This particular
Where
regime.
do you think I stand?
Where do you stand?
No. Ask, you know me. You have been checking me out. Where do you think I stand on Sifuna's issue? Where do you think I stand on Ruto's issue?
You have been very neutral on all this.
Yeah.
You don't want to tell us where you stand, Jagiro. And that is the problem with you. Sometimes I understand you and I'd say you are a host.
Okay.
But you have not been particular on what you want for 2027.
Yeah.
Number one, when you were criticizing Raila, you said you never loved Raila.
Okay.
But you have also told us that if you're willing to support Ruto in 2027, are you willing to support Ruto, Jagiro?
In 2027?
Yes.
It's difficult to say that I will support Ruto in 2027.
And that is the problem.
It's difficult to say. That's a problem for not supporting.
It's not difficult.
It's not difficult.
Why is it difficult for you to say? You believe that this regime should be given a second chance. Don't you think that is very obnoxious?
Ruto? No, I don't.
You might not have an option. Maybe, you know what? when I ask this, in fact, the problem with people like you is they look towards the support of Ruto in terms of options. They say that, okay, if I'm not going to support Ruto, which options do I have? So most of them see that I don't have an option. Sifuna might not vie. Okay, Maraga that we wanted, we no longer support him. Or the Kebasos have betrayed us. So you people feel like you do not have any other option as the only reason to support William Ruto. That has been always your argument. Raila had sold us the notion that Luos have been marginalized together with other parts of the country. And that is his biggest justification for trying to heavily campaign for the devolved system.
Yeah.
But if you look at the devolved system, Raila was the biggest shield for corruption in Nyanza between all the governors and all the senators. In fact, devolution has not worked and has not helped the people of Nyanza.
It has never.
Particularly because of Raila.
Yeah.
It is not
And all these crazy people that are now claiming to be in Luo Nyanza. Look at Mbadi. Those are creations of Raila. Look at the clown Junet Muhammad. That's a creation of Raila. Look at Gladys Wanga. That's a creation of Raila. Look at any other person in Luola. But anyway, we were not prosecuting Raila. You were asking me the question.
For sure, we were not.
About Ruto.
About Ruto.
Okay?
So would you feel the same about Ruto? Now that somebody is even asking you and telling you, Jagero, can you stop being a fence sitter?
So let me give you a context to Ruto. The man. Ruto has always said that he's going to build, and build again.
Yes.
Ruto is building a stadium that at the end of the day, we are going to pay more than 100 billion.
For sure.
Okay? Ruto is now doing Rironi Mau Summit Road. Another billions. Ruto is building Bomas of Kenya. Another billions. He's even hiving off a sanctuary while at it.
Yes.
You know, Ruto is currently building hundreds and hundreds of cement jungles. Those houses are very bad.
The affordable housing.
They are really bad.
Zero
and if you at Ngong and then you take the road to Kimuka and you see that jungle that is dropped in the middle of nowhere and then fenced, okay? And then there is so much large land. And the question is, why don't you spread? Where are the kids going to play? Where is the school? Where are the amenities? I mean,
even the architecture of the building is ugly.
It is looking horrendous. Okay, so those are the issues. Okay,
yes.
He brought down SHA, NIF.
Yes, our health insurance.
In order to bring up another one. Okay, when I asked Mr. Lagarde, why has Ruto decided to bring this thing down? And rebuilding it.
Yes.
He said that Ruto does not want a legacy of NHIF. He wants a legacy of SHA.
Yes.
And by doing that, he's taking away from the coffers almost 100 billion to build a system, a tech system.
Just a system.
For 100 billion. Okay? Let's go to other places. E-Citizen right now, almost 19 to 20 government agencies, right, are using and pouring billions. And then we have got these shadowy companies working there. So the question that I am asking about Ruto is this. Do you think that Ruto loves Kenya that much that he wants to build roads everywhere? Do you think that Ruto loves Kenya that much that he wants to build stadiums everywhere? That Ruto is loving us so much that he's building these people? But at what price? Because Ruto is currently, we have about, last financial year, we had just about 3 trillion.
Yes.
Okay? But within that 3 trillion, Ruto had only 400 billion to work with. Because the rest of it was going into paying debts.
And expenditure itself.
Expenditure. But if you look at the same Ruto, Ruto is trying to build a church worth $1 billion plus at State House. Ruto is trying to hive off almost 17 billion to drink tea at State House. All right?
Yes.
So you look at the summation of all these things and you're wondering, this man is biting what he can't chew. All right? So that is the question that I keep having with Ruto. Okay? I have a little bit of sympathy because he's a Nilot.
Oh my God. I was about to take my water. Don't. You cannot
let me go on for 2 minutes. For 2 minutes, and then I'll let you go. The other, so that is the problem. I find it difficult to trust Ruto. All right? And a lot of things are being said about this government.
Yes.
And the kind of money that is being stolen from this government. I wish I could do more. So if you ask me whether Ruto is a darling of mine, the question is no. He's not a darling of mine, okay?
Yeah.
But also I am very concerned about the opposition. I am very concerned about Sifuna. Sifuna has been given opportunities over and over again, together with Babu Owino, to tell the people of Kenya what they want to do. Okay?
Yes.
And if you go back to me, I have never had a job. I have never been in employment for the last 16 years. Since I left college, I have never been in a job where somebody goes at 8 a.m. and come back at 5.
Yes.
I have always worked online. I've always done business.
Yes.
Okay? Every time I look at Ruto, Ruto is not speaking to me. Right now, Ruto is taking money from my YouTube account.
As part of tax.
As part of tax. But Ruto does not know me at all. As a digital creator, Ruto does not know me. The same Ruto said that he was going to ask us, he was going to ask TikTok to start paying us.
Yeah.
Okay? Dialogues with Jagero has got almost 1 million followers on TikTok, earning 0. Ruto is not fighting for me.
For sure.
Anywhere. So for me, I don't just want to say that I don't like Ruto. Okay, so for example, Ruto, what is Ruto doing for me as a Kenyan? What is Ruto doing for me as Udur Jagero? What has he done? I can't say it. What is Sifuna going to do for me? He has never said it. What is Babu going to do for me? Babu was teaching mathematics and arithmetic the other day on the internet.
Yes, for KCSE
students. And yet Babu wants to be the Nairobi governor. Okay? And I'm asking myself, the person that wants to take care of this city is not somebody that is teaching arithmetic to Form 4 and Class 2. He's talking about drainage. He's talking about buildings that are falling. He's talking about the economics of the city. He's talking about this and that. So that is the long form of telling you exactly where I stand. Rather than just supporting these people and saying that they are doing well. Sifuna was on TV at Fixing the Nation. He was asked about what he's going to do for Kenyans. Latif asked him. He read the preamble of the Constitution.
I don't think there is nothing wrong with making reference to the Constitution. And I don't know why you always have a problem with whenever somebody is asked a question, they make reference to the Constitution. There is a reason why we are having the Constitution as the supreme law of the land. It is the blueprint of how we are supposed to be acting and governing the entire country. So that is why we are supposed to be deriving everything as a leader. So whenever you see Sifuna going to fix the nation and he talks about the preamble,
I ask you a question?
Of course.
Can I ask you a question?
Let me say this.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course, that is the blueprint of how we're supposed to be running the country.
Can I ask you a question?
The only problem is people want specific plans for specific problems.
Can I ask you a question?
Ask me the question.
What is Sifuna's beliefs? And what does Sifuna tell us about education? What do you know about Sifuna and education?
Okay, Sifuna has not given us any breakdown of his manifesto towards education, healthcare, or any sector.
Do you think he has a grasp of those issues?
I would not judge him right now.
No. Do you think? I mean, that's an opinion. Do you think he has a grasp of those issues?
I would think he has a little understanding of most part of the sectors, but not a grasp as you're trying to put it. Because if you talk about economical issues, fair to say, people like Ndingi Nyoro might have a good grasp on it, right? Because there's a proven way that he has tried to articulate on, economical issues such as our debt, such as the mergers of public institutions.
In terms of the
problem,
in terms of the economy of this country, and somebody that has got a bird's eye view of the economy of this country, would you rather Sifuna or Ndindi Nyoro?
I would rather Ndindi Nyoro. I would rather Ndindi Nyoro because among us, just like you said, Ndindi Nyoro is the only leader that has given us a clear outline of one specific critical part of our governance that he has to fix. What? Our economics. Particularly, he has talked about our debt. and how we are supposed to be servicing our debt issue, or how we are supposed to be solving our expenditure as a country. And also the issues of how critical we have to analyze the issue of public-private partnership. So Ndindi Nyoro has articulated it quite well on so many forums. In fact, that has been his cornerstone of public appearance anytime. But the problem with now Sifuna, now the fact that the reason why, in fact, Ndindi Nyoro does not resonate with a huge population of the country is because those issues are very technical. So they are not exciting. They are not dramatic. Or they are not something that we can also sit down and talk about as a podcast. But Sifuna is now widely gifted with the theatrics of politics to be able to give opinions. But the problem with these opinions, just like you're raising, they're very generalized on opinions.
So then how do you expect me to warm up to Sifuna?
That is the problem. So he hasn't given us a clear outline on this is what we're going to do for the health sector. We are going to maybe get rid of SHA. We're going to make healthcare, coverage beneficial to most of the people with low wages. He has not given us that clear outline. But when you ask that question to most people in Linda Mananchi camp, which I'm also part of, they say, Goja, wait, maybe a manifesto will be out.
Who is going to write it if you can't say it? Who is going to write it if you can't say it? You see, the problem that I'm having with a lot of people that are asking me about Sifuna, about Babu Owino, is precisely that. Because they think that I'm going to be interested, that I'm going to be to warm towards people, the theatrics and the drama. I am 43 fucking years, bro. I am. Somebody has to tell me something before I die. It's not, as a child like you, somebody...
A difference of over 22 years.
Yeah, somebody can shout at you and tell you that they are going to be building rooftops made of
No. Sometimes I'm also a very high intelligent person. Very, very high. Sometimes it's just that I also have to be relatable to a lot of people. So personally, me, with my own conviction, there are certain things that I also look towards as a leader. All right.
But
you see, also I'm also participating to be relatable to people in politics. Also, these people here, there are people who called me a hater for Sifuna, and I'm not a hater for Sifuna. But why are they calling me that? It's because I raise those critical issues that you're also raising, right? So, in my own conviction and understanding, there are things that I really want to listen from a leader, such that I say now, this is a very technical issue that requires me to think and have my input in there. I'm not getting that particularly from the Sifuna side. What I'm just getting is what is enticing when it comes to politics.
What I have learned from Sifuna, and when Sifuna says that he has a good student of Raila Odinga, it is perfectly so. Because of political fluff.
Yes.
A lot of political fluff, a lot of emotions, but no substance, And if Sifuna wants me to vote for him in 2027, he has to do better. For me, I don't care whether he's going to form a party or he has not formed a party or something like that. But he needs to talk to me about things that really matter to me.
I think Sifuna, what Sifuna has to do right now is he has to take... Okay, now that we are getting close to the election, Sifuna now has to avoid these theatrics that resonate with a certain section of people, number one. Sifuna now has to come up with a new strategy of now being very specific on the things that he wants to solve. We want to see Sifuna come up with a town hall. And that town hall is not going to discuss about ODM.
Yes.
It's not going to discuss about a UDA meeting, or it's not going to discuss about insults of the president. I want that town hall to be objective. Let's say, talk about healthcare. Talk about how are we going to solve this problem of, universal healthcare, or our budgetary system for the healthcare to cover most of the concerning health issues that Kenyans are facing. So if it turns out to that particular strategy, there is a section of Kenyans that it will highly resonate with. And that section of Kenya is the highly intelligent middle-class people who are very objective when it comes to a lot of things. You are part of that class. So that is something that he needs to add to his politics. And that is why most of us are really falling in love with Ndindi Nyoro. Because to see a leader articulate so well on issues of economical issues, there is a way it sparks us to understand what is this economic problem we are having. So Sifuna has to strategize on that, make a little shift away from the noisy political rallies, hold objective town halls, hold objective discussions on specific things that you want to solve for this particular country. So that when you get into politics, people like Jagero are not asking the question, what is your plan? Is it just noise?
Yeah, because even if you look at the people surrounding him, look at Osotsi. Who is Osotsi?
The senator for Vihiga.
Okay. What has he done? Can we have a look at him? Because let's look at Osotsi. He's in the Senate, right? I am bringing up him now. His name is Osotsi, right? Okay, Osotsi. Let's see what he has done, because this is Godfrey Osotsi from Kakamega. Let us look at what he has done. Okay. Okay. So the current position is a member of the 13th Parliament from September 2022 to present. Okay. County Public Investment Committee. He has the chair of the County Public Investment Committee. Okay. So let's see what he has done. Since Osotsi Godfrey has made 38 speeches this year, and a total of 1,143 speeches in the 13th Parliament. Okay, which is good. Since he got into Parliament, he has only made 3 speeches and 1 contribution. 1 contribution.
He has made only 1 contribution?
Yes. He has only made 1 contribution. That's what he has done.
Only 1?
Yes. That's there. That I'm reading it from Zalendo.com. Yeah.
Damning.
That's what he has done. Okay. Let us look at the speeches that he has done. Yeah. He has sponsored 2 bills. He has sponsored 2 bills.
2 bills?
Yes. In 2024, he sponsored 1 bill, the county wards equitable development bill, number 20.
That is a very awful bill. I believe it is the bill that was supposed to be giving money to MCS.
Yes.
That is a very awful bill. In
That
fact,
is the bill.
We are trying to scrap away CDF from MPs, but you still want MCS to be giving money.
Now look at the second bill that he has sponsored. Another very awful bill, the Parliamentary Powers and Privileges Amendment Bill. That's Osotsi.
Those are the 2 bills he has sponsored.
Yes. So those are the people that are around Sifuna. Okay?
I think
Can we go to Orango? Can we go to Orango?
No. Do you know why you cannot even go to Orango?
Okay.
Orango might be even embarrassing, because I'm from Kisumu, but my dad works in Siaya County government.
Okay.
And I also had the privilege of doing my primary in Siaya.
Yeah.
I've traversed almost every single corner of Siaya County. I've even been sick in Siaya and had the opportunity to attend a hospital in Siaya. Siaya is a poor county. Siaya is a very pathetic county. Siaya is one of those counties that devolution has not entirely worked. And the problem with Siaya County, it does not get the much attention from the public as it is supposed to be done. People like the first governor that was put in place by Raila Odinga looted the county dry. By the time he was leaving, there were billions and billions of arrears owed to suppliers, owed to people. Siaya County is a very bad county, and Orango has done totally nothing to solve the problems of Siaya County. Ask the people in Siaya County. We have a referral hospital in Siaya town. That hospital looks like a dispensary. The X-ray machines are not working. The doctors are never there. Whenever you ask for any critical medical services, you are told, do what? Travel about 70 kilometers to Kisumu so that you can get those services from the popular hospital called Russia. Siaya is a failure of a government. In fact, if you were to just critically analyze Siaya County and ask Orango, what have you done for the people of Siaya? It would be very embarrassing. And Orango has not solved anything when it comes to Siaya. And in fact, I tell the people of Siaya that in 2027, the only justice you can do for the people of Siaya County is to try and find a leader whom you can hold accountable now that Raila is gone. Because it seemed impossible to critique a leader in Nyanza whenever Raila was alive. That is why the first governor looted the county. But people of Siaya County must demand for another better leadership for that county.
Orango is hardly in Siaya. Orango is hardly in knowledge of whatever is going on in Siaya. Orango is gallivanting the country, pissing on the name of Ruto, but not doing anything. And remember, he's a lawyer. I don't know what Osotsi is. What's Osotsi? Who is
We
Osotsi?
don't even know his educational background.
Yeah?
You can look it up. But Orango on the side of governor position, he has been disappointing. That one I would love to agree. And, you are elected to that position. You are still not a party leader for ODM. We are not even in the campaign mode. In fact, people should not be asking Orango why we should remove Ruto.
And do you
they
know,
should be asking Orango,
he has said yes to all the impeachments.
Including Gachagua.
He said yes to all impeachments. Yes. Yeah? No, Rigathi Gachagua, he said no.
Or Rigathi Gachagua, he said no.
Yeah, Rigathi Gachagua, he said no all the way. But the rest of them, he has always said yes. Okay? So that is what Ososi is. So if these are the friends of Linda Ground.
And those Linda Ground, and I tell someone, okay, now just to be very critical, I tell young Gen Zs of Kenya, you need to be careful. Because in political science, there is a certain manipulative tactic that we call performative populism. So performative populism is when a political leader comes up with certain agendas which are highly very critical of the government, but he does not want to solve the systemic problem for the people. What he wants to do is to use that agenda to get that populism that gets enough emotions from the people so that he's elected. So the performative populism was also used by President Ruto at a certain point. I don't know if you remember. Whereby Ruto did not promise people specific things that he was going to solve in 2022. The populism that he rode on is the fact that wewe ni mama mboga, these people are richer than you. These people have always undermined you. Wewe ni hustler. So it was a certain, and in fact it gave out a very good narrative. In fact, Ruto's side was seen as the only side that had a form of agenda, but it was just performative populism. And that might be the same thing that we are witnessing with the side of Linda Mananchi, which I am part of. There might be some populism that is crafted, but it will not be objective.
What does Orango want for Kenya?
Exactly.
Do you know what he wants?
I don't know what he wants because he has not told me what he wants
What does
for a young
Ososi
person
want?
like me.
Mister, you've been watching Ososi, the Gen Z is right there. You've been watching Ososi. What does he want?
We can't tell. And that is the
What exactly does Babu want to do in Nairobi?
He hasn't told us.
You don't know, but you are a student of Babu. You don't know what Babu wants to do in Nairobi.
Has he told us how he wants to solve the issues of Nairobi? He hasn't. Has he? Okay, did he do it in one particular forum? No, we are ready to vote for him. In fact, we are very ready. But, just tell us, will you take down all these buildings? So what do you want to vote him for if you don't know what he wants to do? We'll assume it's early. We'll play the...
What do you mean it's early?
Listen, Jagiro.
What do you mean it's early? It's 15 months to elections.
I know quite well. But what we want is... I don't think... in fact, it's not about what we want. I don't think most of these politicians are going to be objective at any point.
Isn't that worrying, though?
Because it doesn't serve the attention.
Because I have a feeling that since we took over the reins of this country from the colonizer, we have always bullshitted each other.
Yes.
We have always gone round and wandered around and wandered around. Even Rigathi Gachagua was asked the other day, bro, what do you want to do for Kenya? He couldn't say it. He was with Igonini and the other lady from Alpha House. He was asked what he wants to do for Kenya. He cannot say. Kalonzo Musyoka was sitting with Aman Manyora the other day. I don't know if you listened to him. Nothing. Matiang'i was asked and he's talking about the things they did with Uhuru Kenyatta. What are you reading?
No, the comments. You know, one thing I love about this show is comments. In fact, you people keep commenting. And in fact, be as ruthless as you can. Somebody saying Jagero ni Ruto.
Jagero ni Ruto.
Somebody is telling me, Adrian, you are saying you have never heard Babu talking about the solutions for Nairobi. Saying that expanding Nairobi Dam and a lot of Iwangwea Nyasachiel. He has written that. That is not
Iwangwea Nyasachiel.
Yeah. So he's telling me that Babu has been talking about when.
I've
not seen it.
No, but does Babu have a website?
Has Babu publicized? In fact, we're saying a good thing. Whenever you have a leader who wants to vie, number one, you have, because of technology, you have a modern platform like your website, www.babu or www.jimmywanjigi.
Yeah.
So this platform is also supposed to be highlighting what you're supposed to be doing, right?
Yeah.
A manifesto, a well-crafted manifesto. Let's say for the issues of Nairobi County, what is the burgeoning issue for Nairobi?
He has not talked about it.
Traffic, right? There are people who have made proposals with trail system, BRS system, all this. So you have a manifesto that is saying, I'm solving this for this. So we don't have a leader who has already put that in front. And Samuel, leave alone the rallies. Leave alone the rallies. The problem is someone utters a word, I will solve a transportation Nairobi.
Yeah.
Then somebody deems that as a manifesto or something that is a plan.
But there is no how.
Not a plan. It is not a know-how. So Samuel, you need to distinguish between a blueprint and rally opinions. I also need the water.
Yeah. Can you get us some water, brother?
Okay, let me try get some comments.
Orango is a very necessary evil in every revolution or struggle. He understands how government operate and legal proximities around the entire web. His guidance is imperatively key to this generation.
But if Orango is a necessary person in revolutions, why is it a governor at the same time?
I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't really agree. I don't really agree. I don't really agree.
I don't also agree because if you are a revolutionarist and you are already holding a position for a county government and you're doing nothing for those county government people, how are you going to talk about revolution?
Guru Rema is saying Sifuna is a nationalist and should be interrogated from that spectrum. So should be Orango. They do not fare well with local politics like Siaya. So how is nationalist going to translate to me?
Gurema is a law student.
He's a law student.
Yeah, we studied with him in high school.
Yeah, I see that. Again, lawyers are really bogus people. I mean,
you hate us, but you need us.
Because what are you talking about? What can you? Okay, you are a lawyer. Interpret for me this thing. How does it translate to anything?
Sifuna is a nationalist and should be interrogated from that.
So what is a nationalist?
Okay, nationalism.
What is a nationalist?
Okay, nationalism is a political ideology.
Which is?
A political ideology that insists on nationalism. Let me say this in a way.
Love for the country.
Love for the country.
Is it patriotism?
Patriotism in a certain way, but sometimes that political ideology of nationalism.
So just loving the border that's called Kenya.
Just entirely loving your country, your nation. Nationalism was first used in places. Can I tell you why it was dangerous?
Nationalism.
Because at some point it was the political ideology of Nazis.
Okay.
The German Nazis, who believed so much in nationalism that even immigrants were not supposed to be allowed in their own country. They believed that
if you compare the nationalism of the Nazi, then if you import it here in Kenya, it will mean that Kenya is our country and our country. We do not want Burundians selling groundnuts along traffic. We do not want other people setting up businesses here. This country, we are going to put ICE on the road, and ICE is going to collect any Burundian, any Rwandese, any Congolese, and get them back out of this country. So that's nationalism.
That nationalism is that overreaching love for your nation and for the specific people in that your country. That when it comes to any matter, the people of your country come first more than any other thing.
I think that is fluff. Because I would think, okay, so let's say I love my family.
Yes.
How does that love translate? I am thinking that I'm going to be buying uniform, clothing for my family, right? I am going to be providing food for my family, all right? I am going to be schooling my children. I'm going to be loving my wife, taking her out for dates once in a while, making sure that the house is warm, making sure that the house is taken care of. That is love, right? If there is a leakage in the roof, I fix it. If the bed is broken, I fix it. If the kitchen has cockroaches, I have to fumigate. That is love.
Yes.
That is nationalism in your household. Now, if we extrapolate that and take it out to a country, then we are saying, okay, people of this country are suffering from hunger and starvation. We are fixing it. We are getting into agriculture and trying to plant. That means that Orango should be able to take care of the people of Siaya who do not have any health dispensaries around Siaya County. Okay? How about the feeder roads in Siaya County? He has to look at the health. He has to look at the agriculture. That for me is love. But you can't just create love. You can't just create nationalism until we just love our country. What do we love? Plants? What do we love, actually?
So
birds? What do we love?
So nationalism holds that strong identity of unity.
Useless, right?
That unity and love for your country. So like any other thing, like I told you, it is a political ideology, all right? An ideology, something that gets people together for a certain cause. So nationalism has been praised because one of the most effective ways is that it has gotten collective action. That if we all have a collective sense of identity and unity, we would all get together to agree on something. So I believe that is what Gurema is also talking about, saying that Sifuna is a nationalist. He's someone who has a strong identity towards, the love for Kenya, and is getting people together for that particular cause that he has. So nationalism is being used to get all these people to rally behind Sifuna, but it does not provide, like you're talking about.
Martha is saying that Jagero, please bring better grounded people who have the depth for political analysis. But what is political analysis, though? Martha, what is political analysis?
That is one thing that most people don't know. Most people always think that political analysis is like bringing Moloka to talk slowly for hours without making sense. People never understand political analysis.
Yeah, and I think that sometimes we talk about bring people that are grounded because they don't agree with your opinion, or you are suddenly when your opinion do not match, then suddenly that person is not a good political analyst. When your beliefs reach a crossroad and you differ, then suddenly
they say Jagero has been bought. Anytime you say anything about Ruto, they always say, Jagero, you've been bought.
Bwana. Mimi, I have no problem with that. I've not been given any money. I've never been given any money, by the way. And these people, probably they also fear this podcast because that is why Wamunyoro has not called us to go and speak with him, even though we have asked several times, because he just fears that there is nowhere to run to. Because we are going to ask these things. I'm going to ask Sifuna, what is nationalism? What do you mean you are nationalistic? It does not make sense to me. You have to tell us specifically what you're going to do for your country. You can't just say, I love my family, but when somebody goes to your house, there is no food in your house. There is nothing going on in your house when you keep parroting around that you love your family. It can't be like that.
Somebody saying Adrian does not know how to keep Jagero in check. They always like that squabbling that you have with Odhiambo. Odhiambo tells you, shut up. Jagero is my elder.
Odhiambo usually tells me, Jagero, you must have decorum.
Jagero, the problem with you is your scarcity mentality. That is what Odhiambo does, or what he does whenever he's on the show.
Yeah, can we listen to Nani? He spoke for long, but I'm not sure whether we can listen to all of it. Mundalo spoke for really long. Mundalo really spoke for long. Let's hear.
Man of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Good evening, sir. I want to get your opinion on Mombasa. On Mombasa? Hey, if you allow road, but I want to sit down and get the context very well. Oh, but I think Sifuna's speech is the most important. Okay. So I think I should press record so that you give me what you think about it.
Okay. You are hearing me clearly because I'm on the road. I don't know whether I'm being affected.
I can hear you.
Okay. You ask your question then.
The question is, following the SPC that was at Jamhuri.
Yes.
First of all, what do you think about the pronouncements that they made at the Mfungamano house? What excited you about it?
What excited me? I don't know whether there is something really that excited me, but maybe let me talk about what I heard and what my judgment was about it.
Yes.
What I heard from Mfungamano.
Yeah.
First of all, I saw a meeting that was not well organized.
Okay.
When you look at just how organized our meeting should be, including how they were sitting, you would be able to tell that there was no full thought process into the organization of this.
Okay.
So probably maybe they expected that they would be stopped by the police and therefore the meeting would not go on, and so that's why the organization was lackluster. But be that as it may, when I listened to the speakers, of course, not in a very well coordinated program, the first thing that I noticed is that it's true that in terms of the numbers of the real ODM officials, Sifuna has the absolute minority. I did not see the numbers in terms of the members of parliament, the members of the NEC and that. All I saw was more or less a meeting of people of like mind. And a meeting of people of like mind does not necessarily mean they are ODM members.
Okay.
Because I would see Pauline Joroge there, I would see some TikTokers there. I saw people from different factions. So you can't really turn it an ODM meeting because it's a party NDC. A party NDC by law is only attended by members of the party.
Okay.
So that was actually not an end. So it was just a gathering of people of like mind. But listening to the speech of Sifuna, when I heard him say that he will no longer, he's not interested in being the SG of Oburu and proceeded to even call him mediocre.
Yes.
To me, it was the sound of a person who has given up.
Okay.
It was the sound of a person who has understood that the rubber has met the road, and therefore it is true that it's a matter of when and not if. And he will be out of that position. And so he is starting to prepare his people.
Okay.
Early enough that as a good politician, he's trying to make it look as though he is the one who is not interested in the position. When in reality, it is that the decision of the NEC to actually kick him out is taking effect in due time.
Okay.
That is the same thing that I heard from him in Tononoka today. That he has repeated.
In Tononoka, he still claims that he's in ODM and he's a Secretary General.
Exactly. When you listen to him, he says, Nikiwa bado katibu mkuu. When you listen to his speech towards the end, he says he is not interested and he will never be the SG of Oburu Oginga, and he proceeds to still call him mediocre.
But now, as a political analyst and commentator, what does that say? Because if you say that you cannot be Oburu's SG and yet Oburu has been ratified as the party leader, so then what does that mean politically?
It simply means this.
Okay.
As a good politician, you don't show your followers that you have thrown in the towel. You must always make them feel like there is some hope, even when there is no hope. So what he's trying to do is that he's trying to make his people believe that he is the one who is uninterested in ODM. He's the one who is uninterested in working for Oburu. But he knows as a lawyer that the truth is that his case was thrown out by the PPDT. That's the Political Parties Dispute Tribunal.
Okay.
So when your case is thrown out by the Political Parties Dispute Tribunal, what the PPDT said is that go back to internal mechanism and solve the case. So when that happens, what does that mean? It simply means this. It means the decision of the NEC to suspend you still holds.
Okay.
So when the decision holds, what you are now supposed to do as the PPDT director is that you go to the IDRM. The IDRM is the Internal Dispute Resolution Mechanism. The IDRM of a political party is one of the bodies of the police. It's like a small court inside the party. Sifuna knows very well that he has no neck, he has no PG, he has no members, he has no real members of the ODM. So he knows that the decision of the IDRM will obviously favor the decision of the neck.
Okay.
Which will just approve that he's actually suspended and then he will be thrown out officially.
All right.
And that is why there are some people who are asking, why didn't they throw him out during the special delegates convention?
Okay.
Now, what those people need to understand is this. At the special delegates convention that ODM was holding, it was at a time when the PPDT has thrown out Sifuna's case and taken it back to IDRM. The ODM SDC could not be able to skip and proceed and make a declaration about it because it must be listened by IDRM. That's why they would remove Otsotsi but not Sifuna, because in the event they removed Sifuna through the SDC, he would go back to court and he would win that case, because then he would say that he was thrown out without being listened to.
Okay.
And that's why ODM is being a stickler to the law.
Okay.
So they must first of all call him for the IDRM so that he either appears or doesn't appear. Then they make the decision from an IDRM perspective. So it is not just about what people want to be done as a populist stunt. If ODM goes on that tangent of being populist, it will lose the war to Sifuna.
The question, the other question is, yes, we can talk about Sifuna and his individual aspirations as a person.
Yes.
But it appears to me that in this confusion, everybody then seems confused because I am thinking we don't just have Sifuna. Sifuna as an individual can be looking for his future in ODM. But why does it look like everything now is centered on Sifuna? We have Babu Owino, we have Orango, we have Osotsi, we have so many people in this group. Why is it that it looks like now it's a personality cult of Sifuna rather than them agreeing and having a meeting? Like, for example, every time they sit down, I do not see a collective thought. What have they decided going forward?
And that is why, Jagger, and I totally agree with what you're saying. And the reason it is like that is because of what I told you from the beginning, that there is no organization. The team is not organized, and that's why you cannot be able to see coherence in messaging. Now, the reason why it's like a cult around Sifuna is because, remember, all this came out of Sifuna being suspended from ODM.
Okay.
Now, that is why the galvanization of people is around the name Sifuna. But I know that when you go deep into the organization, in terms of even the mobilization of the people and all that, one name will come out very strongly, and that name will be Babu Owino.
Okay.
I consider Babu a better organizer, in fact.
But why are we not seeing it?
So the reason you're not seeing it because probably you are not on the ground. But I want to assure you that if you go to the ground where those things are happening, if you go to the ground in Narok, in Nairobi, when they were here during that thing they call an NDC, most of the name you will hear being chanted by the people there would be Babu more than Sifuna.
Okay.
Because Babu has actually a true following of people that are young.
Okay.
But these, because politics is usually centered around some events and individuals, this whole orchestra, if I may call it, is an orchestra whose team lead, whose master is Sifuna, because it came out of his firing, his suspension from ODM.
Okay.
That is why it appears though. But another problem also that you must also be able to keen to notice is that even the people that are rotating and moving around with him, the Babus and the Karoli Omundis and the rest and the Orengos and the Kaleba Misses, you'll realize one thing. They are not in total agreement that Sifuna is their leader.
Okay.
How do you know this? You know this by optical value. When all these people, when they are going to the next meeting, you'll realize that all of them feel like all of them release their own poster communicating the meeting, their own branding.
Okay.
And each of them releases their branding with themselves as the most important person in the meeting. The prominence of everyone's branding is on themselves.
Okay.
That's why when you see Babu Owino's poster, he'll be the main figure. You see Caleb's, he'll be the main figure. You see the other ones, he'll be the main. That means it is subtle communication that we do not necessarily agree that you are our leader. That would not happen with Raila.
Okay.
That will not even happen with President William Ruto today. When he is going anywhere, even when everyone is trying to put up their own poster to communicate and to self-market themselves, they will still insist on the picture of the president being bigger than theirs.
What
Same
you
to Raila Odinga.
what you're talking about, it
Yes.
seems to be even a bigger problem, because if you look around the country, if you get yourself out of the Sifuna group and go to the United Opposition group,
Yes.
you see exactly the same thing. When Kalonzo Musyoka went to Herman Manyora, he was talking about how he's going to change this country.
Yes.
The Gachagua, the former deputy president, is also saying the same thing. Matiang'i is also saying the same thing.
Yes.
So whatever we are seeing in Sifuna's camp is actually also happening elsewhere.
That is true, because in both of those camps, everyone believes is superior to the other.
Yeah.
But they are not willing to voice it out because they need to keep pretending to be together for the sake of their followers who want it so.
Yeah.
But subtle communication, and anyone who reads in between the lines will be able to see that these people, none of them agrees that the other one can actually lead them. It is more profound for Sifunas because it is supposed, in fact, the name of the movement itself is centered around his name. But the behavior is very different.
Okay.
You can be able to see that most of these people consider themselves, remember, Jagero, politics is a game of ego play. Now, ego of a politician, first of all, there is superiority ego. People of the likes of Babu and Caleb Amisi and such, who are second-time members of parliament, believe they are politically senior to Sifuna.
All right.
For that reason, they are not quickly willing to be subordinates.
Okay.
Some of them believe they have better organization. Some of them believe they control better masses than him. Some of them even believe they have more money.
Okay.
Okay, so that was the gentleman. My thingy has gone away. What do you think about what we've heard from Mundalo?
A lot of good insights, but at the same time, there are a lot of things that I might not agree on with Mundalo. And it is good. He's pointed out very important things, but on the last part, definitely the conversation was very long. But on the last part, it's true. Politics is a game of ego. And people like Osotsi might not agree to support Sifuna as the leader. In fact, Osotsi coming from a region like Luya, whereby everybody is fighting to become the new kingpin. He might be amongst the people. But when it comes to support, it is decided by the people. It is decided by the people and not just a simple poster of you putting forward or a pronouncement that I want to be the president of this particular movement. Of course not. It is decided by the people. There's a reason why Sifuna is more popular in that particular movement more than any other person. In fact, even more than Babu himself. Despite the fact that he has alluded, it's true that Babu has a good following of very young people from campuses, from comrades, all this good demographic. But all that will be decided by the people. And when the people decide that this is the person that would rally behind, or this is the person who's fit for us to support as president, you have no choice. Despite the fact that you're the senior most in that particular team, you have no choice but to agree with what the people want. It happened with the Kalonzo Musyoka in 2022. People did not want Kalonzo Musyoka as the deputy president for Raila Odinga. A lot of people suggested Martha Karua as the favorite person to become the deputy president, particularly because she was from the mountain. And there was a certain appeal that he had that was quite authoritative and strong, more than Kalonzo was deemed as watermelon at that particular point. So it is the people who eventually just decide. And on the Sifuna movement, what will be catastrophic is if these egos get ahead of the mission and the ideology. And that is why we as young people have to question, are we sticking to an ideology or are we sticking to individuals? And do this leader also believe in that ideology? Does Osotsi believe in the ideology of getting Ruto out, or the ideology of becoming a certain position higher than someone.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I think we are just about 9:20. We started at 7:40. I want to thank people of the internet. There is so many messages today. We have talked, and that is great. Coach, call us at you on the road. Because he said he's on the road. How do I coach? How does somebody think that I'm gonna take my time to coach a caller? Mundalo is a very good speaker. I don't think you can coach him. So people of the internet, thank you very much. It was amazing having you tonight. I don't take it for granted. Please, if you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit on that notification bell so that whenever we are live at 7:30 every evening, you will be the first person to be notified. Just a note that we are trying to get a way of starting a morning show. So when that is ready, we will let you know. Thank you very much, Mr. Adrian, for coming in tonight. I really enjoyed having this conversation with you. Young but brilliant. So people of the internet, you must give. This is the problem that with the old people like us and young people. They don't think that you guys can amount to anything. But you're here to prove us wrong. So, all right. Thank you very much. Until another episode. Bye for now.
Ciao. Top fan. Martha.
Go cook.
Thank you.